Hi y'all, how y'all doing? Um, so I have a testimony for today, and so came from the doctor's office, and I have been having I had like a little pain. I've been having like little pains like right up in here, and everything's okay with me as far as I know. They just said that they're gonna schedule to get me a scan. I did just stop smoking, so just going to get everything checked out, right? And so she sent me some prescriptions to CVS. I needed a refill for one thing. One thing was my estrogen, and then the other thing was my shampoo because I have psoriasis as a scalp. And I went to the pharmacy and they didn't have my things filled in yet, right? And when I was walking in the store, I was thinking to myself, like, if they didn't have it locked up, like, I might have tried to, you know, get my one because, I ain't got no job right now, things a little tight. And I didn't end up even taking it. It was this weird ass man in the store. He kind of like was he flirted. He was like, you looking sexy, mama." And I kind of played it off, and I wasn't disrespectful. But then I seen this other lady. I was like, "Did you hear what that man just said to me? Like he just kind of, sexual harassment." I just feel like it was kind of weird. He could have told me I was beautiful instead of telling me I was looking sexy. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I know. He wanted he wanted him a little bit of the bitty bitty bum bum. You know what I'm saying? He wanted some of that bitty bitty bum. But he could have been. He was a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. He was a little weird. It low-key made me blush a little bit, but then on the other side, because I am a woman, I'm just like, you're a fucking creep. Like one side of me was like, thank you, but then the other side was like, you too old to be in the store with a cane talking to women like that. Like, do fucking better. But so I'm walking down the street, right? And so I didn't get my shampoo, and then I didn't get you know, the things that I thought that I would be able to get at the pharmacy. I walked past this I walked past this church, and I never even knew that they was giving stuff out, and they gave me for face moisturizer. And not only did they give me one, but they gave me two of these. They also gave me some cookies. They also gave me a little snack bag. They also gave me two hot meals. And then the other thing that I thought was funny, I have psoriasis, right? They gave me head and shoulders. And so this is just a testimony for me. Um, Anyone who is going through something, hit up your local food drives. Go to your local food drives. Go, don't never feel like you too bougie or you not, you know what I'm saying? Go to your local food drives and support the people who is out here giving out stuff for free. You know what I mean? Don't never be too bougie. And I just want to say that I'm so grateful. Like I've been in such a state of gratitude. Um, I woke up this morning feeling real good. Last night, I went and I'm learning more about being like shamanic things, I want to say. I hope that's the correct shamanism. And so this Sunday I'm gonna actually vlog, and I'll be going to learn more about like Buddhism as well. I've never been, but they have like a meditation thing on Sunday, so on Sunday, y'all will be able to come with me to that. Um, Also, tomorrow it's the book club, so I'm so freaking excited about that. I don't even know why, and I don't even really like. I read now. If I really get into reading, I read, but most of the books that I like to read are more like spiritual. Like it really has to excite me. Like I had one book. It was called Sissy. Don't get me wrong. It was a queer book, but it was more like a memoir, and I don't know why, but like some memoirs like really have to catch my attention, or like I'm not going to call them boring because first of all that's somebody's life story, but I will say that I'm more into books that are like spiritual and things that lift me up, you know what I'm saying? But yes, I'm so grateful. Last night I was watching a video about, the shaman, this woman. I forgot what her name. I think her name was Nikki. Her name was Nikki, and she's a shaman. And she was just saying how it's very important for us as people. Like, we've normalized adding so much extra on, and the thing is that we just need to simply confirmation burn we just need to simply come together as a people. We just need to simply take care of the earth. We need to take care. She talked about how drums was a big thing in shamanism, and how it got banned, and people, they're still finding drums because people were being murdered and killed and persecuted um, for owning drums, because they know that there's so much power in the drum. Similar to the stories that I heard of hoodoo and voodoo, like when people were getting enslaved, they were told, like, if you practice this, that you will be hung, like you will be killed. Like, and so just similar things throughout history, where closed practices and natural practices from the earth, natural practices that come from our ancestors, were banned. And last night I was watching The Devil Wears Prada. I never watched The Devil Wears Prada. And I started watching it before I went on the webinar to see Nikki the shaman. And after I watched that and hearing everything that she said, I was watching The Devil Wears Prada, and my personal opinion on it, and I didn't get to watch the rest of the movie, but my personal opinion on it is, sometimes this world, even though she did like glow up and do all of those things, people have made it seem as though that there is something wrong with you if you don't wear the Prada, if you don't have on the Chanel, if you don't put Olay on your face. Like, we have been conditioned as people to basically, say, "Oh, well, there's something wrong with you." Like, I was telling my counselor the other day, some of the trans women, they're really they try to come at me, and they come for me all the time, because they like, "Oh, well, you don't have breast surgery." Or one person who, I will say, her name is Alexis Sexy Lexi. She does the Let's Address It podcast. And so I'm going to address something. I don't dislike her because I don't know her from a can of paint, but I joined her live on TikTok not too long ago. And this is something else, like, I'm learning and learning and learning. Stop supporting shit to a fault. Stop doing shit to a fault. Stop being loyal to people to a fault. I was so loyal to this woman and her podcast, and there was a couple of things that I had seen that she had put online that I just was like, mm, and I didn't like it. And one thing that, before I tell the story, one thing that I noticed, like, a lot of these trans women, once they get past, and I'm a trans woman, number one. Most of trans women, I said these trans women, like, I'm not a trans woman too. Most of the trans women that I've seen, when they become passable and when they get their surgery, and as soon as they get their titties, they feel like that is then the opportunity to go and bash other people who don't have it, or to pressure other girls into getting it, or to make us feel some type of way, because you know what I'm saying, you went through your process, and now you feel like you need to groom me. And ain't nothing wrong. I mean, first of all, grooming is sometimes never good, but I feel like the story. So I went into her live, and she started pronouncing my name wrong. I didn't have an issue with that. My last name is Dali, so it's Doli. Anyone who knows me, or even on my last page, it was Dolly Taydol. So I used to spell it Dolli, which that was not pronounced Dolly. That was pronounced Dalai. So I used to go by Dalai Taydol, and On my other page, I just lost my train of thought because these bees, they came and sprayed. But I have to tell y'all about that dream too that I had last night about the bees, and why I don't feel bad, and all that. So um damn, I lost my train of thought. So basically, she was mispronouncing my name, and I didn't have no issue with it. So she taps me in because I requested, I requested to be in the chat, but I just was so excited to talk to her. When y'all coming back out with this episode, because there was two people on there who she had on there, and she said that they was going to do a collaboration. So I was just, I was just so excited. I was just so in awe of her, and all these things, and I didn't assume that it was going to go anyway, but it could have. So she invites me into the live. She's pronouncing me Dalai, Dalai. Anyone who can spell knows that my name says Dolly. And if you don't read my name and see Dolly, honey, to you need to go back to school. And so she mispronounced my name, and I didn't feel no type of way about that. I joined the live, and I said, "My name is pronounced Dolly." And then there was something like, "Oh, you're correcting me. You're correcting me." So then she's like, "Well, let me see you cam up. Like, so is you trans? Is you a trans?" And so let me see you cam up. So I'm so excited. I'm shuffling around the house trying to find me a little bonnet to have on because I got in these twist outs in my hair, because I haven't been able to get my hair done in a while. So um I joined, and she start asking me like, "How long have you been moaning, and how long have you been da 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 da?" I said, "I've been moaning for like 5 years now, but I've been socially I started socially transitioning at 16." And so then she's like, 5 years, and you ain't got no surgeries, you ain't got no facial features, mind you, y'all. I know I'm beautiful. I don't need nobody to tell me I'm beautiful, but this is something that happened in that live that I kind of disliked, and I'm going to speak on it, not because I'm targeting her, because I don't know that woman from a can of paint, but it was like, I feel like nowadays trans women, they have this thing where they support like the feminine looking gays, but like when it comes to other like bricky girls, like I wouldn't say that I'm a bricky girl, but my style is just different, and it goes against what other trans women prefer, the classical trans narrative, a narrative that says you got to wear a wig, you got to have your boobs done. If you do not have these things, you're not a real trans woman. If you have under a B cup, you need to have the doctor up your dosage. It's just like so judgmental. And I know people are only like that towards me because somebody was like that towards them. And so I was in the live and everything like that. And I actually I unsubscribed from her YouTube. Number one, because she didn't know me from a can of paint, but it was just more like, I feel like she meant well, but then there's my discernment, and I really feel like you should really be careful who you talk to, and you don't know who's watching you. Yeah, I joined your live, but like you don't even know. Like I've watched most of your show like on your YouTube, and I was really a big fan. And a lot of people come across online as these allies and as these activists, and then you meet them in person and they're really fucking rude and they're really fucking disrespectful. And I don't have anything against her. I just had to get that off my chest, and I don't even know where that came from. But moving along, I talk about that because back to what I was saying about the shamanism and all of that. We need to stop telling people that there is something wrong with who they just naturally are. We need to stop telling people that. We need to stop telling people that. We need to stop telling people that. We need to start embracing people. I just heard Luscious Massacre, and that's why I love her, because she's always talking about the bricks. She's always talking about the dolls and the girls that's not really passable but is passable. But my whole thing is, I'm on that wave too. Like, I don't give a fuck if you not passable, if you is passable, if you is on moans, if you not on moans. Now, walking into the women's restroom and you know you got a full beard, that's a different motherfucking story. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been some stories that us in the community, we didn't heard some bullshit. That's a different story. But I just feel, and seeing what she was saying, because then after I watched that webinar, I tried to watch The Devil's Wear Prada, and I just was like, I don't even feel right watching this, because they kind of like really groomed her. Like, yeah, her hair might have been like a little messy or whatever, but it just was like, she was never like those girls. And even in the second one, I didn't even watch the second one, which I really should finish watching it and not be too judgy, because I probably actually like it. But it was just after me watching that webinar, I kind of just felt like, that's just like my discernment was just kind of like, I kind of don't want to watch this. But yeah, it's just like, I feel like we need to start embracing people, and we need to stop telling people that they are not enough. Like, you are enough. It don't matter where you at in your transitioning. It don't matter what. And that had nothing, even what she was saying on the webinar, it had nothing to do with, being trans, but it just made me think, like, half of my whole life I've been dealing with this thing where people just try to tell me I'm not good enough. Like, people have told me I'm not good enough. Like, certain people, I'm not gonna say no names, like, they've misgendered me, called me boys. My ex, like, he was doing that, and I'm not gonna lie, that's one thing that I really disliked. Like, and I'm gonna speak on that because, like, I'm gonna speak on that. Like, it's been a lot of times, like, my mom, she never called me beautiful. Like, she never called me beautiful ever. And she called me beautiful for the first time this year. But even still, then, like, I had to block her because my mom did some fucked up ass shit to me. And my whole thing is like, I have to follow my discernment. Like, she never, and if she would have brought back up the situation and maybe tried to, like, talk about it like, hey, checked up on me. Like, no, you just want me to come around and act like that didn't happen and that you didn't do that to me. Absolutely fucking not. Like, I have to block you out of my life. Like, my other sister, like, I had to block her because it's just like, I'm tired of y'all treating me like I'm an option just because I'm trans and just because I live in my truth. Y'all feel like y'all got to deal with me and spoon feed me from a distance and then try to act like I don't notice that y'all doing that with me. Fuck that. I'm not doing that. And so I made myself a promise a couple of days ago that I would never let nobody ever play with me ever again. And also, when I'm upset about something, um, I'll probably just get more into doing this, or like, I'm not gonna go walking no more. Cause I don't know what it was about that. Like, I was like upset and I went walking. That actually kind of made it worse. And it's something about that that I can't do that anymore, because I used to do that all the time. Like, I would get upset and I would go on walks. I can't do that no more because that actually made it worse. I don't know what about that made me feel like no better, but it kind of made me feel worse. I felt good when I was down by the water, but like, just walking and I'm upset, that did not make me feel good. That did not make me feel good. But yeah, all in all and out, I'm grateful. That's why I made this video. I'm grateful. But I will say that we need to start respecting Black trans women. We need to start showing more respect towards Black trans women. I cannot tell you that, like, a lot of people will claim that they give Black trans women respect, or Black people in general respect, but like, it don't matter what color we is, what color you are. Everybody just needs to respect everybody. Everybody needs to come together, and we need to love each other, and we need to all come together in harmony. All this shit with Trump trying to take my fucking rights away and all of this shit going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot to be grateful for, you know what I'm saying? And It's a lot to be grateful for out here, but it starts with being loving. It starts with the love coming from yourself. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm attracting those things or choosing to experience those things. No, sometimes things happen. You know what I'm saying? Things just happen, but it's a lesson and it's an experience that I've learned. It teaches you how to move forward and how to be better with yourself. And yeah, but I'm just so grateful today. Like I got my face moisturizer, I got my head and shoulders. Like I'm so fucking grateful. And to anyone who is watching this and you is going through something, number one, it's always a reason to be grateful. It's always a reason to be grateful and show gratitude. And one way you can show gratitude, go to your local food bank. Go get a street map and look up your local places, because when you ain't got the money and when you ain't really got it, we is in 2026, they upgrading these places. Go get your shit. Go get your thing. Go get you your shit. I'll put it on in front of the camera because I don't even play like that. Bitch, why? I'll put it on in front of the camera. Go get you your stuff. Go go get your butter and get your biscuit. I also want to tell a story about ballroom. I had like a weird experience with ballroom. Look at how that make my face glow. Y'all see that? Look at that. I already did a face routine earlier, so I probably just low key overdid it. But y'all, looking clean, looking nice, looking gorgeous. Mwah! Brr. But I had a weird experience with the ballroom scene, and I love them people. But I'm gonna be for real. I love them people too motherfucking hard, and I had a weird experience with the ballroom scene, where it was basically like ballroom was kind of the reason why I was confirmation burnt. Okay, so this is the thing. To the people who knew of me, the way that they kept trying to come at me was like, um, you knew the ballroom. But anybody who knows anything about me, I'm a singer and I'm also like I'm like a singing drag queen. I never knew that I was gonna be a singing drag queen, but I ended up being a singing drag queen because I was hanging around drag queens and I was getting opportunities from drag queens. And so drag is a part of ballroom. It is just something that is lost in the history because it became something else. And they mentioned that in Paris is Burning, where drag is a part of ballroom. So I was already in the ballroom scene. I just wasn't in the ballroom scene with it. Do 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 do. I wasn't a part of that ball scene. I was just more I hung around the drag queens and I was always in a drag show and in a drag lineup and an open mic being hosted by a drag queen. I was just always hanging around drag queens. And so um I finally get to the ballroom scene and it was nice, but like once again, it's just that thing where it was like I felt like the girl from The Devil Wears Prada. I just felt like, yeah, they want me to do better, but in the way that y'all doing it, it's kind of like I noticed that like y'all kind of is not everybody, but certain individuals, y'all copy my slang or copy my style or copy the way that I do certain things. And I'm not saying that everybody was doing this, but people steal from you because I was in it for commentation. I had already been a part of ballroom. I was just a drag queen. Then I started doing commentation because I'm a rapper and a singer as well. And it was just like I'm noticing that it energetically was draining for me because this wasn't no house that was really like taking me nowhere. And so where I ended up not even being in that no more was it came around town. It came around the time for us to go out of town or whatever. I missed the last ball because the way I be feeling is everybody I felt like y'all be wanting to go out of town and y'all be wanting to be around these out of towners and y'all be wanting to do all of that. But the thing is why the fuck ain't we having all these balls here? If we got the money to, you know what I'm saying, do something. What the fuck is it for us to have a little fundraiser or to put some shit together? Or how about not win anything at all? Because I feel like the girls from back in the day, motherfucker, I feel like there had to be a point in time where motherfuckers was just getting trophies. Motherfuckers was not getting cash prizes all the time. There had to be somewhere in the ballroom history where motherfuckers was not winning money all the time. Whatever happened to just winning a trophy for something? Doing it because you're passionate. I guarantee you, if people started doing it for just the trophies and not the money, the passion and the willingness to do ballroom would absolutely fucking change. And how I know is because I came from the drag scene, and I wasn't always walking home with cash prizes. I used to go I have a story. Like, I used to do open mic with Anya Nerve and all of that. Like, there's a whole bunch. My favorite drag queen who lives up here, her name is Lady B Aura. I don't know if her name changed, but I just love her. She always is blue and just gorgeous. Another one who I live for, oh my god, what the fuck is her name? I actually kind of like hooked up with them. Oh my god, some of them drag queens about a drag, honey. Give me my life, honey. They give me my life, honey. All of the things. Um, but yeah, I've met amazing people, and I'm not even famous, but I've met some amazing. I met Sasha Colby at the same club that I was doing stuff at, but that was on accident, and so that's a funny story too. That's just a quick little side story. I met Sasha Kobe, me and my one friend who I used to be real close with. Um, we was going out to the club, and I remember that I didn't want to wear my heels because I couldn't walk in them. Like, I'm a chunky boot girl. Anybody that knows me, I'm a chunky boot girl. Like, they be calling me Sabrina Carpenter. Like, they be like, "Oh dear, you go with them Sabrina Carpenters." Yes, honey, I'm not walking in no little bit, baby. You can give me a chunky boot, honey, and I'm a walk through that bitch like I'm like I own that bitch. Like, what? And so she like, yeah, come on, we going out to the club. So I goes over to her house. But before I went over to her house, I had my makeup all gorgeous. Woo, honey, my sister. Man, this is why I ain't gonna lie. Me cutting her off, that shit pissed me off, and that shit made me so fucking mad because my sister beat me the fuck up in the face. She motherfucking did me the fuck down. You hear me? I had me a little a side part going on. I had me like this curly bob going. It was like an afro curly type of, I don't know the name of wigs. I just like to put them on. But it was real, it just gave me my life. And I got my makeup done, and then because we had been planning to do this, and then we was like, okay, I'm gonna go over to her house. We're going out to the club. She's like, yeah, ooh, we could go to the Interbelt tonight. You know, Sasha Kobe's gonna be there. And I'm like, who is Sasha Kobe? And she's like, I guess she's supposed to be the winner of RuPaul Drag Race or something like that. And I'm like, oh well, I don't know who Sasha Kobe is. And so that was my first time meeting her. I didn't know who Sasha Kobe was because I didn't keep up with RuPaul's Drag Race. I watched the season when Bob won, and then there was the one that Argentina won. That was I really like those seasons because what is her name? It's certain drag queens that I just live for. Um Eureka. I think Eureka, she wasn't in the one with Valentina, but I just loved watching it for Eureka, Bob the Drag Queen, Monet Exchange, um Bianca Del Rio. Her season was like a lot older. I just like watching some of the girls. I just lived for some of the girls. And so we went there. I met her. That was really fun. Um, yeah, I've done some amazing things. I've done some amazing things, and I've seen some amazing people. And the thing is that they tell you you need to have $1 million. Like, I just heard Leslie Jones. She is one of my favorite fucking comedians. I fucking love her. I fucking love her. Like I fucking love her. She remind me of the girls I used to be friends with in school. I'm not gonna hold you. Leslie Jones, if you watch this, if you're watching this, girl, like she was the type of girls that I hung around because she just looked like she just beat a bitch ass. And see, like I might have been fighting. I might have gotten into a fight with a boy that was taller than me, and then I have to call Leslie to come and jack their ass up. Yeah, that yeah. But also too, what was I saying? Yeah. So what she was saying is a lot of people feel like you need to be getting paid. And that's something that I understand too. But see, with me, I wasn't one of them ones that was, you know what I mean? I wasn't one of them ones that was like, how can I say it? Like, I had already been singing and performing and things like that. So whenever one of the girls she kept trying to hotspot me and stuff like that, I had to tell her, "Mama, I got bills just like you got bills. I can't just keep walking up out of here with $25 and $30 in tips," which I was grateful for it, and I loved the crowd. And they used to call me the tip stealer. I don't know why she used to say that, the tip stealer. Um, but it just was that, and I've gotten to a point now to where it's just like I'm gonna do what I do, but I feel like once I go through this rehab, like I'm going, today is my 11th day, hallelujah. Once I finish going through it, I'll be able to do my music how I really want to do my music. But I need that time. I really need that time. I really need that time right now. I need to love on me right now. I really need to be with just me right now. And I'm okay with it with accepting that. You know what I mean? I used to be making videos, rap videos every single day. I'd be posting it on TikTok. One thing I will say I didn't like about TikTok, I didn't really get to post them on TikTok like that because they started muting my sound. And that was really discouraging to me as an artist because when I used to post things on Facebook, they would go viral because that's where I first started going viral at when I was younger. A lot of the videos is lost. My page had got hacked. But I really don't like how, TikTok, the algorithm is different now. Everything is so different now. And they want you to be rich and do all these things just to, you know what I'm saying, just to go viral. And, I'm in the thing right now to where I was a part of the internet when it first started going. Like, I'm a 2002 baby. So I was on the internet when it first really started taking off and going motherfucking viral. So I feel like I done got to the point to where I'm kind of past that. I'm ready to put some shit out on Spotify. I'm ready to put some shit out on what's that called? DistroKid. I'm ready to do those things. I'm kind of past the point of like I'll still make videos and put them online, but if I'm making a video, it'll be something like on here or like I'll be doing on stage, shit like that. I'm tired. I'm past that point of, hey, my name's Aurora Darlene and this is my song. Like I'm already past that era of my life. But I am so grateful today. I'm so grateful that I got my face moisturizer because honey, I'm broke right now. I'm a little broke. Well, hold on. Let me rephrase that. I don't have no money right now, but I'm not broke, bitch. I'm very rich. You see the goal? You see all of the things? Hold on, let me you hear that? That yeah, that's that money. But yeah, yeah. Um I'm so happy and I'm so grateful. And I just wanted to get on here and I wanted to talk to y'all again because yeah, like God has really been doing his big one on me and no matter what, I'm just gonna keep staying positive. Keep keep staying positive and keep moving forward in the way that I'm supposed to. I love y'all so much. Y'all stay blessed, stay grateful. Love y'all.